Hey guys, so in this video I'm so excited. I'm going to show you and walk you through the process on how you can create this awesome looking HR system. What this is that helps every company manage their employees. They'll be able to do things like clock in and clock out with the attendants, and this is the user dashboard, right? It looks so easy. They'll be able to see what is on their calendar, if there's public holiday or not. They'll be able to clock in, and they'll also be able to clock out as time goes. So with this system, your company or the company you're building this will not need the handprint attendance. And trust me, employees cannot be able to evade this system because they have to be in the office to be able to clock in. If they're at home, it will not work for them. It also comes with all the beautiful features like online Zoom meeting. We have your meeting. They'll be able to get information from directly from their individual dashboard, from like award, transfer, vaccination, trip, promotion, complaint, warning, termination, announcement, and holidays. This will help them create a safe space so that they'll be able to just get all of this information, privacy, and all of that. So this system also comes with recruitment. So if you want to put out job out there for your employees to apply or for them to share, they will be able to see it. They will also be able to set up tickets, meaning they will be able to complain through a ticket, see events, enjoy meeting. And it also comes with one of my favorite features, in chats. All right, in dashboard live chat. Okay, so it's a live chat directly on the system. They're able to see all of their employees and every portal person and be able to chat with them and send them messages. Right, you can see here that this particular user has been speaking to the HR and all of that. The email system works, everything about this works well, and this is your super admin dashboard. We also have the HR admin dashboard. You're able to customize everything and you don't need to know any line of coding. I have created this video in a step-by-step process, so do well to enjoy. My name is Matthew Brown and let's get started. Thank you. So don't forget to like and to subscribe. So welcome. So let's get started. Okay, so if you want to build this kind of HR, which is human resource management system for your company or any firm, you're going to earn a lot of money from it, like I've told you. Now you need a hosting and a domain. You could either go with Hostinger. Here I have a 20% discount if you use my link to actually get a hosting from Hostinger, or you could go with Namecheap. For this video, we're going to be making use of Namecheap. Namecheap, I do not have any discount that can reduce the price for you, but if you go with Hostinger, I have, and you can use that link to get that, and I can help you through the setting of the process of your Hostinger and some other features if you want to go with Hostinger. Namecheap, I don't offer that. Okay, now I'm going to be going through your cPanel on Namecheap. Remember, Hostinger, you have a special place in my heart. If you're going to use that, will help you set up the whole process for you, the major process, and let you go with the remaining and show you how you could do that. Now, I'm creating this video using cPanel. So if you have a hosting and hosting with any hosting provider that makes use of cPanel, just follow this video. On Hostinger, just go to your file manager after you've set up your system. Now, I have a video where I showed you how to use Hostinger to set up scripted websites. You could actually check that also on the list of my videos. But if you're going to be using Hostinger, you're going to be using my link, you could do well to reach out to me. Now let's get started. So first and first, you will need your cPanel, right? When you get to your cPanel, whichever you're hosting you're going with, make sure to navigate to cPanel. Unfortunately, Hostinger doesn't have that, so that's why I'm going to help you set up it on Hostinger. All right, on your cPanel, the first you want to do is type file manager. You click on it here, and here we're going to be uploading our scripts. Now, depending if this is your first time using this, I want you to scroll down. You're going to see public_html. If this is not your first time, I'll put a link in the description showing where I'll show you how to set up a subdomain, so you could always use it to build if you have a website on your main domain. So what you want to do is click on upload here. Now you come here, you're going to click on select file to go into your system where you can upload. So we're going to be uploading the HR script. Now this will take some time, so it's just going to allow it to load up. All right, so I'm just going to boost up the whole process so we don't take much of time. Once it's successfully loaded up, it's going to show green, and we'll continue from there. All right, so basically we have uploaded, and it's like I said, it shows this green. So what you want to do is just click on go back here. Now the next thing you want to do is to right click on it and click on extract, then click on extract files. Okay, so as this is loaded, I just want to put it out there that we are working on having a blog where we have information so you could read about some of these things and some of the updates we have. Just in case you're interested, just probably like this video, see type I'm interested in the blog and all of that. Thank you. All right, so we have extracted this. What you want to do is just click on close here. Now we have this, so click on the file. Now click on select all here. Now when you do this, I want you to just click on this move. Then make sure to delete main file and click on move. Now this will move it to your main directory, which is your main domain. Alright, just here, click go. Now I want you to open, just open a new tab and type in your web address. Now you have this whole installation process. So what you want to do is click on check requirements. Then make sure all of these are checked green. Then click on check permission. Now we have to change all of this into 777. Give the file the permission of 777. So what it says we're going to do that for storage. Right, so once you to scroll and you hit storage, right click to it, you click on change permission, make sure to check this and this, then check change permission. Then you open the storage again. You're going to do that for framework, logs, and upload. So we have framework, click on it. Upload, you can also click and do them individually, but I'm just trying to do 3 of them at the same time. So I held down my control and click on each of one of them. So I'll just click on change permission and make 77, and all of them will change to 777. All right, now when we do that, we have 2 more. It says bootstrapped catch and resource and lag. So bootstrap, we'll look for bootstrap. Then you're going to see this file catch. We're going to change the file permission to 777. All right, so we'll do that also for the resource. So come to lag and change the permission. Now when you do that, I want you to refresh this. Come back to this place and refresh it. Now you get all of them green checked. So click on configure environment. Now click on from wizard setup. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we're going to name this Zflight HR. Then here where you have your app URL, just put in your domain name or your subdomain depending on what you're using. All right, so we have it here. Then we're going to go to cPanel back, and here we're going to create a new database. Just type data on your search here, and you're going to see manage my database. So we're going to call this database. For the purpose of this video, I'll just call it test. All right, we're creating a database. Click on create database. Then we'll go back. We scroll down, and on the username, I'll still call it the same test. Then we'll click on password generator. We're going to generate this password. Then click on I have copied this password. Scroll down, click on create user. Now the password we just copied, I want you to save it somewhere. I'm just going to put it directly here. I'll paste it here, but do well to save it. Then click on go back. Now the next thing you want to do is scroll down where you're going to see add user to database. We're going to look for test, then look for test and click on add. Now do well to click on all privileges, scroll down and click on make changes. Now I've successfully done this. Now I want you to copy this, just copy the username, right? This, because both our database and our database user have the same names. Okay, so on the username, database name, paste this. On the database username, paste this as well. Then click on install. Now I want you to save this. So we have our database password. Yeah, our database password. I mean, sorry, our web HR web system password is company@example.com. Username is company@example. Password is this. For the HR, we have HR@example.com, and the password is 123. All right. Once you save that, click here to exit. And congratulations, you've been able to set up this HR management system. All right, we've been able to install it successfully. Now the next thing you want to do is come here and we're going to log into our admin. All right, click on login. Now you may see this, so that's a mistake. I made that mistake. What you want to do is click on login here. Because this is a HR system, it means everybody's going to log in from one place. So we're going to type in company, right? And password 1234, enter. All right. So I think I made a mistake in password, but now we have this. So now with this HR system, your users will be able to do a lot of things, right? So I'm just going to walk you through the process of setting up the basic things, then you and your company can go through setting up every other thing. So we're going to go to system settings here. The first thing is we're going to come to, on the system settings, we're going to change our logo. So choose a dark logo. Then I'm going to choose a light logo. Then I'm going to choose a file recom. Then I want to change this to my brand color, which is blue. All right, so you could put a title text, a footer text, depending on what you want. Okay, so you could also go on it with a dark theme or a bright theme, depending. So click on save changes here. Now successfully save this changes so we can see our logo here. Now that part is gone, so we've been able to set up this. The next side is your company settings. So I'm just going to copy it, call it Zipflight HR. Then we're just going to give it a random address 242 US. Right. So just put all of this information. You could put your office start time by 9, closing start time by 6 p.m. So 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then you want to leave this checked on. Reason is that before that, let me put Lagos. Yeah. So make sure IP address is restricted so that only the IP address you allow will be permitted. Reason is that so that your employees will be only be able to log in when they are in the office. Okay, so you have to permit the IP address in the office. But when they are out of the office, they will not be able to sign in. Not log into, sorry, they will not be able to sign in into their attendance, that is to clock in. All right, it will only be when they are in the office. Now you can put your currency here, put your currency symbol. Now you want to choose your time formats. I mean your date format, your time format, and employee prefix. So for our employee prefix, we want to go with something that is related to us, so that our employee will have like an employee ID number. Okay, so I'll call it ZIF. So it's going to start with ZIF and the ID number when will be followed. All right, when this is done, scroll down. Okay, now we're going to go to we've done system setting, email settings. Okay, this is really important because your employees will be getting emails for everything they do. So go to your cPanel and type in email. You will see email account. Now when you're using Namecheap free email program, your mail will usually go to I think your mail will usually go to spam, right? But if you're interested in me showing you how I go about using an external email system that will not cost you much, do well to also type I'm interested in email. I'll try to create videos for that. But for now, we're just going with Namecheap. So if you don't have an account, so you can just click on create an email. So put a prefix. Okay, so this I will call it test. Right, it will be test@zflight.tech. Then we're going to generate the password. All right, so this password we will save it. Now click here, create account. Now that's done. We come back here. Now you notice you look for the place where you put email password. Just paste your password here. Then come back here and click on check mail. All right, so now when you want to check mail, you could just click on open to check your mail here. But when you scroll down and click on the configure email client. Now scroll down, you're going to see your username here. So you just copy this. Look for where you have email username. You're going to paste this here. For your email host, paste that username, but make sure to just remove the @test, so it will just be your domain. This will be your host. Your email driver will be SMTP. So we have the next we have here. We're going to be using port 465. Okay, so your email encryption is SSL. Okay, so your ports is 465. Your email address is still your username, this one we just created. From name, we're going to call it zflight HR. Then we click on save changes. So we're going to quickly test if what we've created worked. So we'll scroll down back to where we have our email settings and click on test email. Now we're just going to put in zflightstudios@gmail.com. Now it says email driver is required. Now you probably may see this, especially when you said this, but remember we have set up our email driver. So what you want to do, it's pretty simple, but we'll do well to come back to this. But first of all, I want you to do a hard refresh, which if you're using a Windows laptop, you're going to hold down Shift and press F5. Now, after this hard refresh, if it doesn't still work, you just wait a bit and allow the system recognize the whole changes we've made, and we'll come back to it. But let's just test it first of all. Then click on send test email. Now it still says the same thing, so calm down, leave it, we'll come back to this. The next part is your pusher. Now this pusher will enable you use in Insights Messenger. Now this also comes with a Messenger, which I showed you during the demo. All right, so what you want to do is copy pusher, and I think I already have an account with the pusher here, but I'm just going to show you how you can set up an account. And so this is their link. So it is pusher.com. Do well to click on it, or just type in pusher.com, but I'm just showing you how you can search for it. Now if you do not have an account, do well to sign up for one account. Once you sign up for the account, it will take you to the dashboard, but let me just quickly show you how that works. Now I'm just going to use sign up with Google. Okay, fortunately I already have an account. I will do well to just create a new account using a new email. Okay, so I'm just going to paste the link here, dashboard.pusher. All right, so we're going to click on sign in with Google. Now it will go through this process. It says thank you for signing up. You will be redirected to your dashboard. Now that's all you need. So what you want to go with is the channel. So you click on get started here. Now you're going to choose a cluster. A cluster is where you want your email server to be in, where you are coming from. So you could leave it in EU depending on where you are. So when you do that, what you want to do is just click on create an app, nothing else. Now once you create an app, just click on API keys here. Now I want you to copy your app ID. Okay, so come back to your pusher settings. On the app ID, paste this here. The next, you're going to copy your key. Also paste your pusher key here. The next, you copy your secret. So on pusher secret, you paste that here. The last is cluster. So we're using the EU. All right, so bring it up here and paste this. Then click on save changes. Now you can, for your email, you can choose the email you want to be able to send and the one you will not be able to send. If you have a Zoom, you can link your Zoom here. All right. Then Slack, then Telegram, Twilio for SMS and other system of messages. So you could go through the remaining stuff here, right? Then if you also have ChatGPT, you can link ChatGPT here, and so that you have AI system included in the whole process. It's typically simple to get, right? Typically simple. So just work with these. These are the basic settings that I've just showed you, the most important basic settings you need. Then for the landing page here. Now the landing page you could, so I'm just going to open up our website in a new tab where we have this pusher. So I'm just going to type in. Now it's going to take you to the dashboard. So if you want to go to the front end, you have to log out. Except we come here and we type tech, click on enter. And here we could see the landing page. So usually, because this is a HR system for a company, you majorly don't need this front end. Okay, you just need a dashboard so HR can just log in and see what you're doing, and the users can also log in and see what you're doing. Okay, that's your employees. But if you want to include your homepage and use it as also the company's website, you could do that as well. All right, so you could just change a couple of few things, your 70% special offer and all of that. So you could just click delete this message. You don't want this message at the top bar, which is this. You don't want that. Then if you refresh this, you probably will not see the message anymore. Now you can see it's gone. Then we have custom pages. Now you can choose a different logo. Make sure to save changes. So for this, I will just go over a couple of things so that I don't take a lot of time. You could do well to go over the menu yourself. So we have about us, terms and condition and privacy policy. So we have this thing here. I'm trying to get so we have the about us, terms and condition and privacy policy. Now, if you want these pages, so this is what it looks like, all right? So if you want to edit it, or for the about us, you just click here, click on edit, and you have all the information here. This you could see, you could have it here, right? If you have a page URL that you want a button, so that once they click the button, it takes you to that page. What you want to do is just paste it here. So for instance, once we click, maybe you want them to go to your WhatsApp, you can put your WhatsApp link here, then change this to be what you want. The same with if you have terms and condition, you can include that. If you have privacy policy, you could do that here. And once you make any changes, just make sure to click on save changes, right? Or updates here, okay? And you'll be good. Now we have things like your home page. Now the home page is usually the first page of your website, okay? So you click on home. this is what you're seeing. So we have your 70% offer. Let me open this more. So we have your 70% offer, HRM Go and Payroll 2. We could change that from this to welcome to. Then here we have, I'm gonna call this Ziflart Studio HR and Payroll 2, right? It's trusted by, you can put depending description, banner. Let's say you want something different, you can also put something different here, all right? Then we have all of this logo, maybe different companies that's using your system or different companies or whatever your company is associated with, we could actually include them. But you could as well just do how to delete each and every one of them, then click on Save Changes. Now, if you come in, there are two buttons, Live Demo and Buy Now. So for this two button, we will change it. So we have the flights to the HR here, to here. So what we want to do is where we have live demo link, we're going to change it, right? Now it's written live demo, right? So you can change it here, and also buy now link, you could change it. Now you could put here their login link, okay? So login to the HR system. To get that, just click on login here, and you have your login link. Now this is how the login page will look like, okay? So we will just come here, put on the login link on the buy now, put on this. Then if you want to include your office logo, you could just put this here and click on Save Changes. All right, so if you come back here, just go back here to the home page. Now if you click on this, I think I should just click on the home first of all. Then let's click on this, and it takes you to the login page. All right, but like I said, this page is actually not important. So what we want to do is we're going to not use that. But if you want to use it, I just showed you a bit of how you can edit each of them. So we have features, we have this cover. So features, this cover, you know. Now let's now say we don't need any of the pages. So we're going to start from this top bar. We're going to turn this off and click on Save Changes. Custom page. So go to Homes. Go to Features. We don't have that option there. So you can turn this off and click on Save Changes. So you could do also just turn all of this off, you know. All right, so you can do how to go through all of these and turn them off. Lastly, if you want to make sure that you get totally rid of this front page, because you just need your HR or your staff to just come to see the login page as soon as they decide to log into their dashboard, probably to sign their attendance on all. Under settings, the system settings, just come here, you're going to see enable landing, just check this and click on Save Changes. So now once we go to the front end and refresh this, you're going to see that it just brings us here. All right, so we still have your about us terms and condition privacy page. If you want to eliminate all of this page, it's pretty simple as well. All you have to do is to go to landing page, then custom pages. So you have about us terms and condition. You just click on the edit here. Now you scroll down, right? You just click on check this. Once you uncheck that, click on update. Remember, we're doing this for the about us page. You could repeat the same process for 2 and 3. Okay, so if we refresh this, watch what happens. You have that about us page gone. So you do it for terms and condition and privacy, and you don't have any of those pages appearing anymore. All right, so let's do the last setting. So we're just going to set up and test the system. Okay. So first of all, we have branches. So what you want is if your company you're building the HR system for has multiple branches, you could just write all of them. So I'm just going to put one branch, Abuja, Nigeria, and we click on create. The next thing is the department. How many department does this particular company comes with? So for me, I'm just going to pick the branch, then the department. I'm just going to pick one, which is IT. Yes, IT. So IT and fake. Then click on create. Under designation, we have to choose the particular job role. So under IT and tech, we're just going to put, first of all, branch Abuja department, IT and tech. Designation, we're going to put IT manager and click on create. Next is if we have leaves, right? So you want to include leave type. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Yeah, we're going to cook, right? Sick. The name of this leave is sick leave. So days. So this we're just going to give it 7 days. That's the top for sick leave. So we have document type, payslip type, allowance, loan, deduction, award, termination, job categories, and the likes of that. Contract type, right? So I'm just going to on this contract type, I'm just going to put here. We're just going to call it 1 month contract. Then click on create. Then you could put income type, expense type. So income type could be how does the company, different kinds of way the company get money, land sales, website sales, all of this stuff here. Okay, so when we're done with that, you could see email templates. Come to email templates. Now there are different emails you could send. Just you could see each email template and all of that. You could also see the notification templates. Yeah, so all of that as well. Now this is where we have our messenger. Now because we've set up the pusher, so once we get that messaging to our devices, so once we've registered our first user, we're going to test that out pretty soon. Okay. Company policy documents, you could add your company policy, you could add your documents, access Zoom meeting as well, events, you get create contracts, recruitment if you want to create jobs, offer, and all of that. That's here. HR setup if you want to give award termination, that's here as well. Finances, so this is for your accountant. You could create also an admin account for a user for your accountant. All right, so pretty soon let's go fast. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create an account list. Okay, now this is where we're going to be deducting money that we're going to be paying our employee from. Okay, so I'll call this the account. I'm going to call it salary account. So we put a millionaire as the balance we have. You could put an account number, a bank code, and the branch. So we call it Lagos. Then click on create. Now we've successfully done this. This will help in the accounting process. We'll know how much we're spending, how much we have, and all of that. So you could go through the rest yourself. You could deduct deposits, increase, add money from deposits, deduct from expenses, transfer balance, and to other kinds of accounts if you have like a savings account and all of that. You also see the performance here. We see your attendance sheets, and here you could see the payrolls and your pay slip, and here we could see the employee. Right, first of all, I'm going to just create one employee account. So for this, we're just going to click on the plus here. So this, we're going to call this Matthew OB, or no, we're going to call this Matthew Brown. The phone number, make sure it starts with your country code +234, include the number, it's a male, date of birth, click on September here, then make sure to scroll to the actual date. So once you do that, you could pick the month as well, so I forgot to do that. So here you put in your email address. So I'm just going to put in Zipflight, so we'll be able to get an employee email here. You're going to put in a password. Then our address will be here. Now you can see automatically Zip starts with our employee ID, right? So we have 0001, which is first person. So we're going to put Abuja as the branch. Department is an IT tech. Then destination, IT manager. When is he employed? Let's just go with today. Yeah, best you're going to put in the account information, right? So that you can actually, if they want to, you can see the account number to make their salary payment. So now you can see our users has actually been assigned, and I have gotten the mail. Let me quickly show you the email, right, for this user. His email has come in. So you click email here. Now you can see this is my mail for Zipflight. You can see Zipflight HR new employee. If you open it up, okay, so my mail is taking so long to open. So while we wait for that, the next thing is we have staff. Now you could create staff with admin role. Basically, if you click on user, you will notice we just have only one user, which is that of the HR. You could create an accountant role and every other roles. You can see, okay, let me go back to mail. All right, so this is the mail. So sorry for that. So it's hello Matthew Brown, welcome to Zipflight HR. You are now an employee. They get an email for their email and their password, as well as the link to actually log in. Okay, so we'll come back to this when it's time to log in. Now we only have HR, yeah, and the HR can actually do well to update their information. Sorry, put this to edit their information and all of that. So you could as well create a new user, but when you're creating a user, you have to add a role, and we want to only add, we only have the HR. So what you want to do is to come to role here. I'm just going to show you quickly how you can add a role. So what you want to do is click on create, and we'll call this accounting or accountant, anyone, and you have to choose the kind of permission you want to give the person. All right, so you choose the permission, then assign that role. Okay, and then you can come to user. Then on the user aspect, once you have created the role, you click on create new user. You're going to choose the role you've created, put their email, put their name, then make sure to click enable login. So you're going to generate a password so they can have access to that. All right, so that is all for this HR system. It's pretty easy to do and very short. So let us test the system. So first of all, we're going to test the attendance system, and I will show you how it works. To do that, I want you to just go to system settings, and I want to show you something pretty quick. Okay, so if you scroll down, you're going to see here, where do we have that IP? So let me just use this. So IP restriction here. You notice we do not have any IP here. So what we want to do is we're going to log in as this user and see if we can actually clock in, and if the attendance system will allow us, since we don't have our IP is not registered. So what we want to do is come here. We could just come to this site and just click here. So you can delete the login and just click on this to still bring us here. So first of all, we're going to go to the mail, and we are going to copy our email address. Our password is 123456, so we know that. So we're going to put in our email address here. Then we're going to type 123456 and click on enter. And voila, this is the user's dashboard. This way, your employees shall surely cannot literally clock in from anywhere they are. They have to be in the office and be connected to the office IP address. Now, if you click on clock in, guess what happens? It says the IP address is not allowed, you see. So the system for the users is pretty cool and it's simple. It comes with this easy to navigate dashboard. You have your calendar, mark attendance, your schedule meeting, and below they have the assignment list. You'll be able to get information through Messenger or through the HR setup where they have announcements, see all their announcements. You'll be able to see their warning, their promotion, and the likes of that, which I've explained. Now, let us give permission to this particular IP address. So first of all, one of the simplest way to do that is to know your IP address. Okay, so I will just do it to max my IP and yeah. So first of all, you could just to get your IP address, go to ChatGPT, and you can just ask how to know my IP address. Give me a link. I give you the link to this website. Just click on go to this website, open a new. So it gives you your IP address you're going to use. So you can just copy it up, go to the IP restriction, click on the plus icon. Do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe. If you're seeing this video, do well to subscribe. All right, then click on create. Now, once the IP has been added, just come back here. Just do well to refresh this. Now, click on clock in. See, employee successfully clocked in, and that's it. Now, if you come to your timesheets and go to attendance, click on marked attendance. Now you're going to see that we clocked in exactly around 2:44 p.m. right? And when we clock out at the end of this video, you're going to see what time it is. The next thing we want to do is I will just come on the messenger here, right, to show you that the messenger system actually works as well. Now, then under that, you're going to see this guy here. You see that we have HR, but HR is not online. When HR is online, you have that green tick. But I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to send the HR message. Say, hello. Thanks for subscribing. So I'm saying thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please do have to subscribe. So I've sent him this message. Now we notice something that we are not logged in as HR. Okay, so I'm just going to log out and I'm just going to log in as HR from here. So you could see how the HR system works as well. So we have HR at example.com, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then login. Now you notice as you log in, you have this notification here. You have message, one message, right? HR has a lot of permissions and you can give HR a lot more permission. So one of the things you could see is it comes to message here. The HR can see that Matthew has dropped one message. So he can be like, hello, you are welcome, Matthew. And he can send that. Matthew will receive that as well. So this sent. So you could see, I think this Matthew, yeah, this Matthew, you can see you're welcome Matthew immediately. It works very fast. You can see HR is actually online. So this is pretty easy, pretty simple. The HR has a lot of things he could do. He could fire people and all of that. But I like to personally give HR more permission. So we click on logout and I'm just going to log in back to the company and give HR more permission and we'll call this a wrap. Okay, so I'm just going to go to company. The company is actually the super admin, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, click on login. Now I'm just going to come to where you have staff, click on row. Okay, let's go to users first of all. I want to check something. Okay. What you could do, it's simple. Since just come, let me show you what you to do. So you come here, you click on the plus icon. You're going to check this module to check everything. We're going to call this the super HR. Then scroll down, click on create. So what the super admin can do, the super HR will be able to do that as well. So we've created this, we just checked everything. Now, what you want to do is come to user and we click on edit HR. Then we can call this HR to super HR. Then under the row, we could call it super HR, then click on update. And voila, the HR can do all of that. You notice the email system works, you notice the messenger system works, you notice the attendance system works. Everything about this script works. So in case you need it to build a HR system for a company, this will be really cool for them and you can make a lot of money with this. All right, so basically I've been able to show you that. Let me clock out. So I go back to my dashboard. Now to clock out, the user can be outside of the office. The reason why this is cool is because, so let me show you. First of all, let's go to our system settings. Then I will go to IP restriction. Then we'll delete the restriction. Now, when we do that, we restrict, create, close this. Now, if we come back here, refresh from the user aspect or your employee aspect. So your employee can clock out even if they are not in the office. The reason being this is so that in case you have your employee has gone home early or your employee has an issue, or probably if it's you and your employee went to site and they cannot return back to the office, they'll just be able to clock out anywhere they are. So if I click on the clock out now, you see employee successfully clocked out. Right, so the system was built with you in mind. Okay, so once we come back to your timesheet, click on attendance, marked attendance, you can see that your employee clocked in around 2:44 and clocked around 2:49. And this is how you build a HR system. So my name is Matthew Brown. Do well to subscribe, to like, and to share this video with people who you think will need it. This is one skill you need and you will make a lot of money from this. So you could build all of this without knowing any line of coding, and you surely will thank me at the end of the day. My name is Matthew. This is Zipline Studios. We help you build websites. We help you create systems and web apps that help your work and life easy. We also teach this in case you're interested in that. So if you want us to build this for you, do well to reach out. If you want to learn and get the script and all the tools we made use of, you can as well reach out to us. Thank you and have a blast.